Welcome to Aloft Aloft. You're here today to find out what intermittent fasting schedule I follow. Well, before we dive in, let's discuss what intermittent fasting really is. Some people think of it as a fad, some people think of it as a diet, but it's neither of those things. Intermittent fasting is a lifestyle, and there are several different methods that you can choose to follow for your fasting. Although there are some that I do not like, so I won't even waste time covering them. I'm only going to go over the ones that I actually follow. There are several forms of intermittent fasting, which I mentioned in my last video, like eat, stop, eat, or the 5-2 method. But because I'm not a fan of those, I won't even waste your time going into detail on those. Now, the ones that I do like to use and incorporate into my daily life are the 16-8, which is also known as the lean gains, and the OMAD method, which stands for 1 meal a day. The 16-8 method means that out of 24 hours, I spend 16 of those hours fasting, and then the remaining 8 hours is when I spend feasting or eating and consuming my calories. So 16 of those 24 hours, which does include sleep time, is when I don't eat and I don't consume any calories. But I can have water, coffee, tea, sparkling water, things of those nature. And for the OMAD method, which again is 1 meal a day, is basically, as it says, during the 24-hour period, I pick the time frame of where I'm going to eat my one large meal for that day. And then I'm going back to my fasting. I'm done eating for the day. I know the thought of OMAD or only eating 1 meal a day does sound a bit extreme, but you will be surprised to know how many people are actually only eating 1 meal and not fully realizing it. It's pretty common. Whether I'm doing the 16-8 or I'm doing the OMAD, again, most of the hours are spent sleeping, or I'm in transit, or I'm doing schoolwork, or I'm keeping myself busy with some type of activity so that my mind isn't on food. But once you get used to doing the fast, it becomes easier. I find that when your mind is occupied and you're constantly staying busy, you're less likely to think about food. And another key point is water. I know it's cliche, but you have to drink your water. With the 16-8 method, you have an 8-hour window of when you're going to consume all of your calories, whether you choose to drink them or eat them. The choice is yours. I hear a lot of people say that their feeding schedule is from 12 to 8 or 11 to 7 or 3 to 11, but realistically, that doesn't work for me. The schedule I choose to follow during the week when I'm doing the 16-8, I will start my fast anywhere from 3 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and I will not break my fast until about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I know that window is over the 8 hours, but I tend to extend my fast sometimes to 18 hours or sometimes even 20 hours during the week, just depending on how I feel. But as a general rule, I at least make sure that I get 16 hours of fasting in. So even if I cut my eating window down from 8 hours to maybe 6 hours, it's fine, it works for me, but I just at least make sure I follow that 16-hour fasting window. On the weekends, I tend to change it up, and that's when I do the OMAD, the 1 meal a day. So if I go from Friday, starting my fast at 3 p.m., then I probably will not break my fast the following day till about, at the earliest, 12 p.m. Sometimes I'll push it a full 24 hours and break it at 3 p.m. It's just depending on my schedule and how I'm feeling that day when I decide to eat. But when I do break it, my meal for OMAD is a big meal. And I'll insert a few pictures here to show you some of the meals that I eat. So I'll go out to eat, or we'll even eat at home. But when I eat that big meal, I am done for the day. I don't want anything else. I've consumed all of my calories and I'm full at that moment and through the rest of the night. So doing OMAD on the weekends really works for me. I've been doing intermittent fasting for well over a year. I have no complaints. It's done nothing but improve my life, giving me more energy, help me sleep better. I have no intentions of stopping anytime soon. It works great for me. So I know personally I'm not a fan of the 5-2 method, nor am I a fan of the eat, stop, eat method. But if you're currently doing either one of those methods, as well as the 16-8 or the OMAD or even the warrior diet or any variation of fasting, let me know how it's working for you. I would love to hear your comments, get your feedback, find out what's working, what's not working, or even if you have any questions in regards to what I'm currently doing. Because I've been doing intermittent fasting for over a year and it's worked out great for me. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe.